If you are stressed about your December expenses, I need you to listen closely. We have found a sweepstakes that is drawing a new winner every single day between now and Christmas, and the prize is $100,000 cash. But we know that winning sweepstakes like this is not a guaranteed way for all of you to get help. So we have also found other freebies that you can claim right now, including free toys for your kids, free food, and some really fun local events. And of course, we are going to talk about that $100,000 giveaway and the specific way that you should enter so that you don't have them run your credit or hand over unnecessary data. I know you aren't going to want to miss that, so make sure you stay tuned. But before we dive into those details, I want to hear from you. We are doing all sorts of research right now to try to find help for your budget. So I'd love to know what is stressing you out the most right now as we come into December. Is it the food, the gifts, the heating bill, something else? Put your answer in the comments right now. We do read all of those, and it helps us know what videos we should be making next. Now let's dive into those freebies so that I can get to that information on that giveaway. The first freebie I want to talk about is going to expire soon. This is that Mastering Our Circles guided journal from our Hope brand. That will be going offline on December 31st, and after that, it will no longer be available for free. So if getting that has been on your to-do list, please go check it out before the end of the year. That is still available for you at the link that you see over there. Okay, now let's get to the fun stuff. We're going to start with kids because I know that keeping the magic alive on a budget can be really tough. So we have two great resources for kids, and then we'll move on to some other content. First up is Lowe's. If you have kids who like to build things, mark your calendar for December 20th. Lowe's is hosting a sleigh ride toy workshop at 10 a.m. This is completely free. Your child gets a kit to build a wooden sleigh. It's a great activity, but here is the catch. You can't just show up for these anymore. You have to register online in advance, and we do have that link for you in the description, or you can just go to lowes.com and find it. But make sure that you do that right away if you're interested so that those spots don't fill up too quickly. Now, next, if you want Santa photos, but the mall prices are just too high, head to Bass Pro Shops. They are doing their Santa's Wonderland free photo event every day until Christmas Eve. You can get a free 4x6 photo. Just like Lowe's, you have to reserve this online, and you can reserve your spot up to 7 days in advance. Now, this one is for kids as well as adults. If you are interested in gaming, Epic Games is giving away free games every Thursday on mobile and PC. Right now, they have the Dark Side Detective and Jackbox Party Pack 4 available for free until December 11th. Now, my family actually does love to play Jackbox games a lot. They can be great for family gatherings because you use your phone as the controller. They have all sorts of fun little ones. My kids are big fans of a one called Bidiots, where you have to like draw a picture and then everybody bids on it, and I'm terrible at it. But they really enjoy it. So if you're interested in fun games you can play with others, you may want to go check that out at Epic Games. I'm not sure which games are specifically in Party Pack 4, but it's probably going to be fun. Now, I know that sometimes it feels like these giveaways are impossible to get, but I want you to know that these are real. These are all things that we've fact-checked. And I was really excited to see this comment from Catherine come in back in September when we talked about those Hey Dude shoe giveaways. She told us that her oldest got a pair of those shoes for free, and that is awesome. I love seeing that. It just proves that if you keep applying for these things, you really can win. And I love it when you share those success stories with us. So if any of our tips have ever helped you, drop a comment and let us know. That just really helps keep us going over here at the Low Income Relief Team. Now, let's talk about the holidays for a moment. And I know we did receive an email recently from a viewer named Abby who asked a really important question. She asked, is it possible to be more inclusive? Not everyone celebrates Christmas. And that is a really important point. And Abby, you are absolutely right on this. It is often a lot harder to find information about other holidays just because Christmas is kind of the big celebration, whether you're Christian or not. A lot of stores obviously have Christmas stuff. A lot of like secular Christmas stuff is still happening in the community as well. So that tends to be a lot easier to find. However, we have dug a little bit deeper looking at things for Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and end of year celebrations and other things. And we have found a few things, and I want to go over those with you really quickly. Kwanzaa is coming up, and we've noticed that some school districts are offering free community meals on that day. For example, the Washington Unified School District is hosting a Kwanzaa meal on December 10th with free food for the first 150 guests. If you are interested in something to help celebrate that, I would recommend checking your local school announcements or your community center pages. It seemed like Kwanzaa meal was kind of a good term to use in doing those searches. Now, for Hanukkah, we weren't able to find very much either, but we did find a really unique giveaway from Camp Hadar. They are giving away a Hanukkah-themed gift basket that includes a voucher for one completely free week of camp in New Hampshire for the 2026 season. That camp is for kids ages 4 to 15, and that deadline to enter is January 1st of 2026. So you can enter at camphadar.org/giveaway. And also, we also noticed a couple of smaller local businesses doing Hanukkah giveaways, but I couldn't validate those. I don't know those businesses and things like that. But if you're interested, if you go to Instagram and you search for Hanukkah free giveaway, you might find some additional things in your area that could be useful to you. Now, again, we are well past the deadline for some of those Christmas programs, but some are still operational. So if you do need help with your Christmas celebration, you can go to our website and see all of the resources that we've found there for you. And then I also want to just take a moment to highlight this because this isn't holiday specific necessarily, but it is kind of fun. So we did a video recently on the weirdest things you can get free from the government, and one of those was a presidential greeting. And Keekers came into the comments and let us know that their parents got a free message from the president for their 10-year anniversary, which was really fun. It's not cash, but it's really cool and it's fun. So if you're interested in that, you can get more information on that in our video about how to get weird freebies from the government. And there's like 10 things in that list, I think. Now, of course, we also know that New Year's Eve is coming up. So there are all sorts of community events happening on New Year's Eve, whether that's going to be free fireworks shows, community celebrations. Libraries often have countdowns to noon so that kids don't have to stay up late. Those are always kind of fun. And there's all sorts of things, but those are very, very local. So I would encourage you to check your local community pages. When I'm looking for stuff in my community, I like to follow local Facebook pages. I like to use Nextdoor, and I like to follow my local news outlets, whether that's like the local newspaper or whatever. You get email updates from them. You can find out about all sorts of cool stuff happening in your community. I know this one isn't particularly free, but this is kind of fun. Baskin Robbins is celebrating their 80th birthday, and for that, they are offering scoops for just 80 cents. This deal is strictly on December 7th only. That is this Sunday, so please don't miss that opportunity if you're interested in that. They also have a great deal on Groupon right now for Costco memberships, and you can use your SNAP benefits at Costco. So if you're interested in this, you can go to Groupon. You can get a Costco membership for $60, but you get a $40 digital coupon back, making the effective cost of your Costco membership just $20. So I know it's not totally free, but I thought that would be really valuable for you guys if you were interested in that opportunity. We also know that the Red Cross is giving away free Pac-Man themed socks to all blood donors until December 7th, which is kind of a fun promotion that they're running there. And now let's talk about that $100,000 deal, because I know that's like the big one for this month, right? That is a life-changing amount of money. That is just absolutely insane. So I want to clarify, this is not a grant. This is a sweepstakes that's being run by a company. There's no guarantee that you can win, but we're going to show you how to enter, because you know what? If you don't enter, you can't win. And if you enter, at least you've got a shot. So we know that they are picking a new winner every single day until Christmas. So that is going to be 25 winners in the month of December. They've already drawn some of them, but there are still some days left that you can enter. But if you enter the way they want you to, you might end up triggering a credit inquiry on your report. So I wanted to show you the alternate method so that you can get your chance at the cash without going through that credit pull and other steps. So basically, the sweepstakes is being run by NerdWallet with their partnership with Fuji, and the prize is $100,000 cash every day from December 1st to December 25th. And to be eligible, you do need to be a U.S. resident who is at least 18 years old. So there are two ways to enter. The first way is to use a NerdWallet account. I don't personally recommend that because when you create that account, from what I read, it creates a soft credit data inquiry, which means they're going to access your credit report data. A lot of times that means it's going to lead to offers that you may or may not be interested in. Do not use the main entry form if you want to avoid that. Method number 2 is what they call the alternate method of entry, or AMOE. This one does not require you to create an account. It does not require a credit pull. You just give them your name, email, or phone number. It's a short little form, and then you are also entered to win, but you didn't have to turn over that credit data. So we have the AMOE link for you over there. And like I said, you just provide your basic information, submit your entry. You only need one entry for the entire promotion, and you'll have the chance to win every day that they draw. Make sure that you enter as soon as possible so that you don't miss any of those drawings, because obviously you want to have the opportunity to have your name drawn as often as possible. Now, there are two major risks if you win. First, if they pick you, they're either going to email or call you, and you only have about 24 hours to respond. It's a very short response window. If you're traveling or you don't check your email, you could lose your chance, and that would be devastating. So do make sure that you are checking your email and your phone for those updates to make sure that you don't miss that notification if you are selected. The second thing you need to know is that if you win that $100,000, it does count as taxable income, and you will have to provide a W-9 and your Social Security number in order to claim that. They will be reporting that. You will have to follow up with that. I guess there's two other things you should be aware of also, right? If you win that sum of money, it can affect your eligibility for certain benefits, especially if they're means tested. So things like SSI, SNAP, Medicaid could be impacted if you win this. Usually, as soon as that money is gone from your account, then you're eligible to reapply. If you have an ABLE account, there's possibility that you could put the money in there potentially, maybe. I don't know. And then if it's in the ABLE account, maybe it wouldn't affect it, but that's something you'd have to talk about with probably a qualified financial advisor. I am not one of those, so this is not financial advice. This is just me letting you know what I've learned through the course of my research. And the last thing you need to know, of course, is that by entering, you are authorizing them to contact you, obviously, regarding the prize. This may include things like automated text and calls. Often we see some sort of marketing partnership involved here, so there may be additional calls and texts as well. That's kind of the risk you take when you enter things like this, but you'd have to read their terms of service in greater detail to know for sure all the ins and outs of that. Now, to make this easy for you, we've put the link to the AMOE entry form in the description of this video. We're also going to try to put a list in there of all the things we've talked about today. I know there's a lot of them. And I would love to know, right, if you win that $100,000 tomorrow, what is the very first bill you would pay off? I know we all have lots of bills here, and I would be curious to know how that would benefit you or change your life or what you would purchase. I hope that you guys have that opportunity to win that money. I know how much that would be life-changing for so many of you, and I'm hoping that that's something that's going to be very helpful to you. Now, we are going to be back on Monday with some more exciting news about different opportunities to claim some cash and things like that that we found. So do make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Go follow up with those links, and we will be back soon with more ways that you can save money and get free stuff. I'll see you there.